Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another Supatease video. And we've got a pretty big 9.2.5 update, as well as an announcement here with some interesting rewards as well moving forward for World of Warcraft. So, as we were kind of expecting, I think at this point, with how long 9.1 and 9.1.5 were, that 9.2 is probably going to be a pretty long patch. And usually, what ends up happening is that there's a very long tail end of that patch where there isn't really much exciting or interesting going on. And this has happened for a few expansions now. But Blizzard is actually looking at that and going to be improving that end of season by adding a season 4, which is going to be included for raiding. It's going to be included for Mythic Plus, and it's going to be included for PvP, bringing new rewards, old dungeons returning, as well as introducing new mechanics to the raids as well, which is very interesting. And that's what's in this post. Now that Season 3 is well underway and players are pursuing all of the seasonal aspects of Mythic Plus and competitive PvP, we'd like you to join us in considering what might come afterward. Later this year, after the current season has run for a typical duration, we're planning to conclude Season 3 and begin Shadowlands Season 4, a fresh take on what a season of WoW might include. In Shadowlands Season 4, your PvP efforts will reward you with a new higher tier of PvP gear, along with other season rewards, such as mounts and titles. We're planning for the highest ranking title to be Eternal Gladiator, a fitting capstone for your Shadowlands PvP accomplishments. You probably never have to get a title again after having that title. We're excited to announce that we're going to shake things up in Mythic Plus and raiding in Season 4. We'd like to change up the Mythic Plus dungeon pool so that it would include 8 dungeons that span the last 4 expansions of WoW. These dungeons include Tazavesh Streets of Wonder, Tazavesh Solia's Gambit, Operation Mechagon Junkyard, Operation Mechagon Workshop, Return to Karazhan Lower, and Return to Karazhan Upper. So those extra dungeons that were added in those previous expansions, as well as it's going to be voted upon for which dungeons are going to be included for the Warlords of Draenor. So it's interesting. It's going to be looking like it's between Auchindoun, Bloodmaw Slag Mines, Everbloom, Grimrail Depot, Shadowmoon Burial Ground, Skyreach, and Upper Blackrock Spire. For Season 4 raiding, we're imagining adding a progenitor-themed affix system, so taking the affixes from Mythic Plus and then making some new ones and adding them into the raid to infuse some new mechanical twists into Castle Nathria, Sanctum of Domination, as well as Sepulture of the First Ones. Our intention here would be to make all 3 raids relevant in Season 4, with increased difficulty and more powerful levels of raid loot dropping throughout them. Feel free to reply here to let us know what you think of these experiments, and we'll have more details on all of this for you soon. Also, please vote for your preferred Warlords of Draenor dungeons. Thank you. It looks like there is not going to be any Hall of Fame, so top 100 for raid with this patch, but there will be PvP titles as they've announced, as well as a spectator title. You'll be getting the Fearless Spectator if you witness the 2022 WoW Esports Finals. So I'm imagining it's going to be a limited time exclusive title. So if you want to tune in to watch the tournament, of which I'm going to be a part of, then make sure you tune in and get this title. They had a title come out previous like this. Last time was Warlords of Draenor. It was the Patron of War. So this is going to be the new one, Fearless Spectator, as well as there is now a build for 9.2.5. So 9.2.5 is going to be bringing cross-faction arena. So there's a lot of good news coming in for World of Warcraft right now towards the end of Shadowlands, when it would otherwise be a pretty precarious time for the game where it ends up drying out. I like that they are taking iterations of feedback, right? I feel like a lot of the community have given feedback that previous raids within an expansion end up, feeling trivial. There's no reason to go to them. So this is a way to kind of bring those raids back into relevance, add a new twist into them. I don't know how that's going to go for raiding guilds. Myself, I'm raiding a little bit to try and get some tier set bonuses, but not super hardcore. But I'm trying to imagine clearing every single raid between all 3 of them every week. Especially depending on how difficult they're going to be, and that could be pretty challenging. I don't really have a super big opinion on the Mythic Plus one, again, because I'm just not super involved with Mythic Plus at the moment. But if you are, please let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. I do know that I am very happy about the season 4 PvP, because that's just going to add another set to kind of grind towards and add another title to go after, which is important for kind of player motivation to continue pursuing after these different goals. So I'm excited that they're going to be splitting up that season. We're not getting that end of season I've experienced in WoD. I remember it in Wrath of the Lich King. I think Wrath of the Lich King might have been the longest end of expansion patch that had ever hit for PvP. So I'm very happy with this. Interested to see how it plays out. If this could be a way to create longevity in periods of time in World of Warcraft. There's like scarcity and content, trying to take this iteration of taking an old dungeon and then scaling it up and adding some twists and mechanics to it to try and make it more modern and competitive for players. This could be an interesting way of broadening the amount of content in the game. Aside from that, I'm very excited. I really want to get into that cross-faction arena, have more people to play with, maybe try out some of the different racials as well that are available. And it seems like that PTR build is going to be is already up, but we don't have it just yet. If we do, I will be jumping on that. And if you want to make sure that you're up to date with all of these changes, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I do bring them here live as soon as they happen. Pretty much this one just came out, and I wanted to just leave it with you. As of today, we can wear 2 legendaries if you've done your Covenant campaign, so I'm very excited to unlock those double legendaries, hopefully get some tier sets. If you watched my vault video, you probably saw that I didn't today, but in the future hopefully get some, and really start digging into what is available for patch 9.2 at the moment. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Supatease to catch all of that. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching the video. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.